Hey, hello, how are you guys doing? I am still Lola Ajala and welcome to the last class of the Data Analysis Mastery. And by the end of this course, congratulations. Yes, Nashik to you. So welcome to becoming an expert data analyst in 7 days, even if you're a total complete number newbie. So at the end of this course, I am welcoming you to the expert series. So basically, all we've done in this course, I would like you guys to take a whole note about it so that you can actually do a little more research, like a step further than all of these things that I've put together, and you can get better clarifications, then know how to properly observe yourself. And in the resources files, in the resource files of these old course, I've put in there for you some specific and some very good notes or resource, so to say, that actually will catapult you from being just a normal person to being an expert data analyst, and for you to actually hit the nail on the head of your career journey, like answering interview questions as a data analyst, or even how to actually strategize yourself and put yourself in the exact position for you to actually get that offer of being a data analyst. And not just that alone, I've also added for you some of the important things that I put into consideration before doing whatsoever I want to do, like making designs for visualization and all of that. So this is the last class. That's just that's just like an an introduction. So this is the last class, and what I need you guys to know is that the last class is about visualization. So the question now is, what is data visualization? How do you do data visualization? And what are the tools that you employ in doing data visualization? So the definition is that data visualization is the presentation of data in a pictorial or graphical format. So it enables decision makers to see analytics presented visually so they can grasp difficult concepts or identify new patterns. That's basically it. It's just basically telling numbers in pictures. And remember, in the last course, we talked about telling that numbers in stories. So that's basically data storytelling. But this data visualization is actually telling that numbers in pictures. And over the years, I found that for it to be a data visualization expert or somebody that actually knows data visualization very well, so you need two key skills. And the first skills is data analysis skills. You should be able to break that large chunk of data into small, simple, and understandable ways. That's the first. And the second is you should have a graphical design skills. You at least to a very large extent, you should be creative enough to actually know how to represent this smaller data in a visually stable way so that a normal person can actually understand. So for me, I found that it takes your right and your left brain. So the your technical or analytical brain and your creative brains, and combining those is always very rare. So for me, I give a dope up cap for those that do data visualization. It's really a big job, and I appreciate them doing it very well. And of which over the years we've had several thousands of tools that have been made by the experts in data analysis and experts in graphical design, come together, put all of these things, design these tools that we can actually drag and drop for us to actually do whatever we want to do. So data visualization, just as I said, is representing data in in numbers. So that's what data visualization is. So as this scroll up in bits, we'll get to how to do data visualization. So for me, I've learned that the best data visualization are the simple ones that the brain doesn't have to, stress itself before deciphering whatsoever the person is talking about. So I've noticed that the best of data visualization are the totally simple ones. And for you to properly do data visualization, you should learn how to differentiate things with shapes, or differentiate things with colors, or try to differentiate things with what? With icons. So you could, in a very good data visualization, you should, differentiate with shapes, differentiate with colors, and also differentiate with icons. And also a point for you to note, data visualization could be anything. It could be a chart, it could be a graph, it could be an infograph, there are several thousands of it could be anything. So what's very important is you representing data with pictures. So what are the tools that we can use for data visualization? So over the years, I've used several tools. I've used Canva, I've used Data Wrapper, I've used Google Vision Tables. There is also Google Charts. I've used Flourish. I think that Flourish is also a Google program. I've used Infogram and I've used Tableau. That's about 6 of them. And most of the time, I use Canva. As a matter of fact, this presentation is being done on Canva. So life has been made much easier in several ways that you don't even need to disturb yourself. Just use the drag and drop tools. Put these things together, import some of the icons, import some of your shapes into the tools, then you are very good to go. So it's just very easy. So for you to use Canva, it's just easy. You could go to canva.com, just Google Canva, then you sign up, then you're free to use it. The same thing for Data Wrapper. Google Vision Tables, you already have that as long as you have a Gmail account. I think the same thing also applies for Flourish. Then no, it doesn't apply for Flourish. Then Infogram and Tableau. So Tableau is a premium tool. So I think the last Tableau that I made use of was Tableau Public, and I got it with my like a student ID card. So that's always very good. It's very good to use also. But Canva seems to be the best for me anyway. So I've been using Canva for quite some time. So that is that as regards that. But I also like to show you several other tools, because not just these 6, there are plenty of them. So others are, I think the first is Canva here. So others are D3JS. So D3 is called data driven documents. So it's a JavaScript. JS shows that it's a JavaScript library. So using manipulating documents based on data. So and it can help you create HTML tables from an array to use the same data to generate interactive SVG bar charts. So aside that too, okay, I think I forgot to add here. There's Mapbox. There's Mapbox here too, and Cattle. So those ones are actually related to building maps. So they're also very important. You could try them out too. So we have Raw. I haven't used most of these before. Envision.js, DPT. I've used Tableau Public, just as I mentioned. I've not used this JP Graph. I've not used Modest Maps. I've used Cattle. Cattle is basically, okay, formerly known as Cattle DB. A cloud-based Cattle is small enough to grow with you. Beginners can access a basic interface to rapidly build custom maps. So it's to build custom maps and visualizations. Experienced developers can manipulate some data with CQ and CSV data feeds. I don't know Plotly, I don't know Gantt Pro, jQuery Visualize plugin. I don't know this. I only know jQuery as a language. JavaScript InfoVis Toolkit. I don't know this. Fusion Chat. So I think this is Google Fusion Tables. With over 1000 maps and 90 plus Gs, Fusion Chat supports JS and XLR data. This data your export your visuals at the end in PNG. This. Okay, this is Google Chat. Just like I think Fusion Tables. I think this is more closer to Google Fusion Tables. So highlight data wrapper. Yes, I've used data wrapper before. It's just very easy. Just put your data into it or type in your data into it, then it automatically creates the graph. So you select the kind of graph you want and it does that. Yes, this is my jam. Number 22, Canva. This is not just a site for slide decks and presentations. Yes, Canva understands how to undo data. Even large-scale multivariate data looks beautiful in the online tool provided by designers. It makes for a handy, versatile, and in your collection of free data science visualizations. So that is that as regards that. So guys, don't do yourself. All of these things are just things that you just actually check the internet and you are good to go. You don't even need to disturb yourself. So what's basically key is that learn how to combine colors is very important. Learn how to combine colors and learn how to use icons, learn how to use shapes. So for me, you can actually vary shapes in talking about sizes. So you want to say this is 10, this is 20, this is 30. You can actually use a small circle, another bigger circle, and another bigger circle to actually represent 10, 20, 30. So just make your representations with with shapes, with colors, with icons. So most times I find it very difficult because I'm not more of a graphics designer. So most times I find it very difficult to actually inculcate icons into my designs. So it's sometimes very difficult for me because at times, so should you need to download shapes to download icons about anything, it's very easy. Just go to icons, type your keywords, then put vector image. So it's going to bring you that, so you can actually download it then. But I'm still finding it very difficult anyway. So sometimes if I download icons, the icons come in a totally different color, or a totally different background from the existing and template that I might be using in Canva, and I've not gotten that basic understanding of how to make that color rhyme. So it's always very important you know that too. But I think I've given you the all of the important tools. Okay, so here in extras, I have several tools that I've given for you, and this is also very important. Just before I forget everything, so this is a kind of this is a color wheel. So and in that color wheel, it tells you or it shows you how to actually make use of colors. So most time use a color in a row, or you use a complementary color. So colors that face each other are complementary colors. You can use them together and they will stay fit without causing color riot, just as my friend always say. Yeah. So take for instance, you use this orange. Take for instance, you're using this red orange. You should also try and use this blue green also. So you could pick one here, and make sure you don't distort these and these together. So you could pick one hard one here and pick one soft one here, or pick a hard one here and pick a soft one here. Just make sure you balance them. So if you use these colors, most of these colors are complementary, to complement each other. So you could actually stay put and use just one of these multi-stages color, or you mix them together. As long as they face each other, they are, complementary. So aside that, I have some of the tricks that I've been using in Excel. You understand? So you could use that once you download your data. And I have this very important document for you that helps you win interviews. So from here, you could actually get some of the questions that is being asked by interviewers, and talk to people. You could actually send me an email, ask me some of these questions if you have issues with them before you actually go into the interview room to kill them. Yeah, kill them. By the time they ask you questions, you answer their questions once in a while, and you totally win the hell out of them. So that is that as regards this course. So it's just very key that we all know how to get this done. And I must say that this course is very important for anybody that has data in the presence in front of their name. So could be a data journalist, could be a data analyst, could be a data scientist, could be a data engineer, depending on your vision. So it could be somebody that just want to tell data story. So for some time, I on LinkedIn, my title says data storyteller, because I love writing and I love working with data. So I could actually it's very easy for me to actually put those two together and actually tell proper stories with those data. So it's very simple. It's very simple, and it's something that's very important. So you have the whole of the resources here. So I'll be sending you also a link to these resources that has each of your classes in PDF. Then I have the extras, which are other important things that I think that you should, pay attention to for you to actually do well. Visualization. So what do I have in here? Okay. So I have these two. Okay, so I have some ways to actually visualize your data. So take for instance, let me reduce this to 100. So how many dimensions data do you have? So take for instance, you want to compare data. You want to compare values. If you have two types of dimensions. You could use bar chart. Even if you have three, you could use bar chart too. But if you want to show the composition of something, it's always very important to use pie chart, or use stacked bar chart or stacked bar too. And if you want to understand the relationship between something, you can use histogram or or scattered graph, or even bubble graph. And and if it is trend, so you just use line graphs and all of that. So I've actually put some very important things in there in that extras for you to actually, do well. I also have an HubSpot Academy blog post that tells you how to choose the right chart to visualize the right chart, the right type of data. So that is that regarding that on data visualization. So thank you for joining me so far in this course. Thank you for buying the course. Thank you for watching the whole of the videos. And like I said, shoot me an email should you have any questions. I'm always ready to give answers to you regarding whatever you want. So this is to your success. Thank you and God bless. Bye.